feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.
We are the nation of domination.
Welcome to another episode of BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, BIRDGANG31. Today, Nation, we got some very special guests in the building. It's Mr. Philly himself, the podcast, Joe Castro, and my boy from Chalk It Up Sports, Jacob Media, Tone D. Shields in the building. How you doing, my guys?
Chilling, man. Chilling, living the dream. 12-1, feeling 12-1. That's how I feel.
Hey, I feel you on that. I feel you on that, man. I appreciate you, Bird Gang, for reaching out as always, my guy. We were supposed to do something earlier this week, but I got trapped in a car dealership. So
I know how that goes.
Yeah, man. You go in there for one thing, and you end up leaving with something else. So
Most you like it, right?
Later, right?
They definitely good at their jobs. I'll tell you that.
Nice. How you been, Castro?
I've been good, man. I've been good, man. Just, busy seeing y'all kill it. As we were saying it in the background, it's like, it's dope seeing everybody getting their opportunities, getting their flowers. We've been working hard. So it's nice to be back on here, man. But I just been chilling, man, living the dream, so to speak. Sometimes it feels like a nightmare because you don't get to sleep much, but it's been fun, man. I've been having a lot of fun, man.
All right. Well, let's get into it, guys. It is the state of the Eagles. And, that's what we're going to talk about. Everything Eagles, from players, coaches, GMs, everything. We're going to really break down this team. We're going to see what's the best for moving forward for the playoff run and for the future moving forward. So, I have to start with this whole Micah Parson thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the latest buzz. It's what's been going on. It's the bulletin board material out there. Even though our quarterback says he's not paying attention to it, we're playing the Bears. We know we got to talk about it a little bit. So how you guys feeling about it? And give me your opinion.
I guess I'll start, man. Because well, first and foremost, real quick, BG, before I give you my answer, right? I got to give you your flowers. Right? For this reason and this reason only. You jumped off the cliff, and God damn it, man, you had like 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 and 1 parachutes. I'll tell you that right now, my man. BG, let me tell y'all, if y'all don't even realize this in the live chat, if y'all ain't been keeping it with BG, He was one of the most tunnel vision guys. One of the most blind faith is not even the word to even describe BG. He was all on Jalen Hurts, and that's not to say me and Castro weren't. We just wanted to approach it, one game at a time, 1 week at a time, right, Castro? We wanted to kind of just let it play out a little bit. We didn't want to jump too far off the cliff because we knew some things had to come into play. We knew some moving parts all had to gel, and we knew he would get better. We knew Jalen would take his game to another level. We knew that, but it was just a matter of how much and how much of a leash, how much latitude would this organization give him, right? If he had a bad game, will people jump off a cliff and totally just abandon ship, right? So first and foremost, got to give you your flowers, man. You was on it very early, all summer. So I just want to give you your flowers in that. Now, when it comes to Micah Parsons, for me, I have two main things. I have two problems with what he said. As we all know, I don't think we need to really get into like what went down. We all know the Voncast. He went on there, said what he said about Jalen Hurts, pretty much indicated that he's
well,
never.
Let's do it. Hold on. Since you're talking about, we go because I like to break it down in both parts.
Got you.
Is it Hurts or the team? I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think it's system and team. I think it's a little.
Wow.
You see, now, yes, it's it's system and team and quarterback. It's all synonymous, right? It all has to gel, one piece at a time. One chess piece doesn't move without the other, right? Everything is a cog in his machine. But what rubbed me the wrong way was when he took it a step further and said, look, I've really studied this game, man. When I see something that's not right or out of place, I got to say something. So that begs the question, what's not right? What's not right about what you're seeing? Is it the fact that the Cowboys aren't at the top of the division anymore right now? Is it the fact that, Cooper Rush is still has a fan base in Dallas? Is it the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles are 12-1 and they curb stomping everybody that come their way? Is it the fact that Jalen Hurts has exceeded any and all expectations beyond measure? Which is it? Is it the fact that last time you played, you couldn't get hands and feet on him? Is it the fact what's not making sense for you, Micah? So for me, like I said, I had two main things. I had two problems with what he said. One, the fact that, bro, get through Jacksonville first.
Right.
Get through Jack. Finish the food on your plate first before you move on to the next course. My mom always said, "Boy, you ain't touching these damn cookies. You ain't touching these honey buns until you finish that damn broccoli, that steak, and those mashed potatoes." You know what I'm saying? My mom said, "Listen,
potatoes, and your mom fed you good, man. I need to come over for dinner."
Hey, listen, man. I'll tell you this right now. My mom was only able to cook certain days out of the week because she worked late. But when she did, she threw down. I'll tell you that right now, fellas. So my main point is finish the food that's on your plate. Finish your plate before you get to the dessert, man. Relax, slow down, because this is classic Cowboys. Classic. They always put the cart before the horse instead of putting the horse before the cart. Like, they Cowboys, y'all. How did they not understand the logic? Y'all Cowboys, y'all supposed to know what comes first. Come on. And then on top of that, let's be real. Every quarterback is a system quarterback. Every quarterback is in a situation where it's tailored to their skill set. Tailored. I don't care what nobody said. You throw a quarterback in Houston, he ain't turning them around right away. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the best quarterback in the league. You throw him in Houston with nobody, we're gonna see how he look. We see how Aaron Rodgers look. So look, I don't want to monopolize the show. Castro, I definitely want you to get your point off, but man, it's just the fact that one, slow down, finish your food, get to Jacksonville first, take care of them first if you can, because T-Law is balling right now.
Facts.
And next, listen, every quarterback is a system quarterback. Every quarterback is in a situation that's tailor-made to their skill set. When you ain't got nobody, they saying, damn, like he needs some help. Help the guy. But now that he got somebody, is it really him? Can he ball for real?
Right.
So, man, Castro, take over, man. Because look, I'll start airing strays to everybody,
For
man.
those who didn't hear that part too, that Tone's talking about, let's listen to it.
I just love the game so much, and I understand it so much that I can't. I like when things are off. I just can't like hold it in. Like I almost gotta say something. Like
Yeah, you're right. They got a great team, great defense.
but everyone has their own opinions. Like,
but they got.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'll say this much. I'm gonna say the good first, right? I'm gonna start off with the positive, right? We'll do that. I am a Penn State fan. Micah Parsons was one of the best players that I've seen play at Penn State. So I will put that out there, especially at linebacker. And if you know Penn State, they've had some great linebackers.
I know this cut you deep then.
This hurt. Everything about this hurt. From the moment that he said he wanted to keep wearing blue in the pre-draft, everything, all that hurts. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Saquon in New York hurts. All that hurts. But I say all that to say this: watching him throughout his career, this is who he is. He likes to talk out there. He likes to kind of be the Joe Namath of linebackers and put his neck out there because at the end of the day, it is going to be on him. But I will say that the hypocrisy of Cowboys fans is just shining through this past year. I think if you look at the juxtaposition that we were in from this year to last, right? This year, Jalen Hurts is on pace to have two guys that may hit 1,000 yards, right? One already did. Obviously, Devontae Smith is close. And if Dallas Goedert goes crazy these last couple games, who knows what happens there? But at the end of the day, you have guys on pace to go 4,000. You have guys that are playing very well at the skill position, right? Just last year, I can remember a team that had a quarterback that threw for 4,000 yards, had 3 wide receivers over 1,000 yards, had a running back over 1,000 yards, had all this. And they were saying that it was the quarterback, that team being the Dallas Cowboys. So I love how now that the shoe's on the other foot, that the Eagles have some playmakers, that the Eagles are a full team. It's not the quarterback. It makes no sense that the quarterback's getting this love. In my opinion, I like that the Cowboys are even thinking of us on a week that we have nothing to do with what you guys are doing. Like, I get that you're going to see Doug Peterson, and maybe that gave you a little bit of oh, man, remember when they won a Super Bowl with Doug Peterson? Maybe that's the little thing, but I'm seeing on YouTube, on news platforms, news outlets, the Eagles. This is a good tune-up game for the Eagles. Is one of the titles I read. This is going to tell us about the Eagles. How the heck? I don't understand how we are being brought up so much this week, but I love it. I love it because if we're being honest, as Eagles fans, we've been in a situation where we wanted to beat the Dallas Cowboys. We wanted that game. Now I think it's the opposite. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys want with everything in their soul for this game, December 24th, which it should mean something, as far as the schedule, as far as the rankings go and everything. But I think that they are hoping and praying that they can get a good shot at us, this Christmas Eve. So I think that's where we are right now, and I'm loving it. As an Eagles fan, I'm loving it because there's been so many times that Cowboys fans are, we're the class of this, we're the all y'all talk about. Now it seems like we're all they can talk about. And you look at Micah Parsons, who, in my opinion, is top 3, top 4, if not the best player on your team. I mean, he's obviously got us on his mind. So they can say all they want about Nick Sirianni wearing Beat Dallas t-shirts. Your best player is taking time off to go on, the podcast with a former Denver Bronco the week of a Jaguars game to talk about the Eagles. Make it make sense to me. That's all I want to know. Make it make sense.
Real quick question, y'all, and y'all both can answer this for me. And I want y'all to answer at the exact same time because it's a fairly simple answer. Wait, hold on. I'll let BG sip his tea real quick. Okay. What color is the Grinch?
Green.
Enough said. We about to steal Christmas. We about to steal Christmas. It's gonna be a cold. It's gonna be a cold one in Dallas. I'll tell you that.
Like seriously.
And I will say this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. I will say this. The whole conversation about Dak versus Jalen Hurts or Dak being the best quarterback in the division is getting tested now. At the end of the day, they
don't know how to act now. They don't know how to act.
Yeah, you're seeing Cowboys fans freak out. And Micah Parsons is a Cowboys fan, and I think that that's perfect that he's the one that said this. A guy that couldn't do anything against the Eagles himself, right? Until Lane Johnson was out, he didn't get a damn pressure, right? Meanwhile, we got Hassan Reddick in the Philadelphia Eagles. It got 10 pressures against the Giants alone, but that's another conversation, right? But you see every spot, cornerback, we're better than them this year. Linebacker, we can make a damn good argument if you're adding Hassan Reddick there, right? Defensive line, you take Hassan Reddick off our defensive line, I'm still taking it over the Cowboys. Wide receiver, I think we're better. Tight end, I think we're better. Like we have a conversation at every single position, and I think that it scares them because at the end of the day, they can't fall back on the playoffs. At the end of the day, Eagles could lose every single game from here on out, and I still feel that this team will show up when it matters. I don't think Cowboys fans can feel like that. If I was them, I'd be scared.
They know they can't, man.
Yeah.
You know, they were hoping and praying when Rush was playing that they were going to win some football games, and they did. And it's like the question, like, why didn't you question your own quarterback? Is it your system? You know, Cooper Rush lost one game when he played. He was like 3-1 or something like that. And then Dak came back in and started winning. Like, that's the same situation. You know, like you said, every quarterback needs a good system to win. You know, you need talented players around you to make plays, you know. But I feel like Jalen Hurts is on another level, man. Like, he makes these guys better. Like, how many darts have you seen that either Smitty or A.J. Brown that caught that was like, what the hell? He put it right there, like, for real. Like, right there, that one where he was on that the damn cornerback's shoulder pad, you know what I'm saying, for that touchdown AJ caught. It went perfectly right into his hands. Jalen Hurts doing darts. He's doing things that's just like ridiculous right now. So it's definitely about the arm and the legs, you know. And last time we played, that's why I don't like it. Because last time we played, he didn't do nothing, like you said, Castro. He didn't do nothing all game until Lane went out. You know, as long as we got Lane on that side, he ain't doing nothing this game. And plus, we know how to scheme around one player. That's the difference from the Dallas Cowboys defense and our defense. You're talking about one real player. The rest of them are good players, but one star player. We got multiple star players at every level of the defense. Get off of us, man. Look at these numbers, guys. Look at these numbers. You know, like, when the last time the Eagles been like that dominating? You know what I'm saying? Well, we're tops in this and tops in that. You know,
they're dominant in every important category.
Defense categories. You know what I'm saying? We're everywhere.
Yeah,
all
man.
over the map, man.
Definitely. And it's you know, Jalen Hurts, he's, you know, like I said, he's taking his game to a level that I didn't even see coming. In my opinion, the way he's playing now, I didn't expect this until maybe year 4, year 5, maybe. Like, he's so ahead of schedule. His ability to just elevate his game and his mindset elevates the guys around him. His approach to the game, it's not like, you know, I feel like he's still growing to that point to make guys better. I feel like he's still growing in that area, but, you know, from a gameplay perspective, from a mindset perspective, from his approach to, you know, preparation for the opponent, and, you know, his gym rat mentality and his mindset, his approach to the game, his approach to hard work elevates these guys. And I'm a firm believer this team goes as far as he will take them, and there's something brewing right now in this city. And I don't care what anyone says. You know, I know BG, you're in Alabama right now. Castro, I think you're in Florida, right?
Yes, I.
Right. And, you know, I don't know how often you guys are able to get up to the city or whatever, but, you know, I'll tell you right now, you know, I'm in the heart of Philly. You know, the city is moving in a way that they feel something. This man, Jalen Hurts, they had, like, if the city hasn't felt something like this since maybe that 2017 year. And look, so much still has to be done. But when BG brought up those numbers, the Eagles are dominant in every category that's conducive to winning. Explosive plays, turnover differential, third down conversions. Like they are playing championship caliber football. And what the rest of the league didn't account for, they did not account for Jalen Hurts being this good with this roster. That's the part that they didn't account for. See, it'd be different if Jalen Hurts was just okay. You know, the Eagles were, I don't know, like 10-4, 10-3, like or 9-4, 9-5. I don't, you know, 17 games now, so I got to rewire my counting. But, you know, it'd be different if he was average and everybody was playing above their means. But he's dropping dimes, like BG said. One of his best passes of the year, in my humble opinion, actually just happened in that Giants game, that Devontae Smith touchdown. He dropped it right down the pipe. He dropped it right in between the safety. I think it was what's his name? Julian Love, something like that. Or Julian, I forget his name, but He dropped it right in between the safety and the corner. The safety thought he overthrew it, so he was ready for the interception. But the ball just dropped like a
right
hump.
in between. It was weird.
Right
that
in between, like a missile. It was almost like the safety was genuinely surprised. So what's even more amazing about this young man is you're seeing every single week he's able to do it in different ways, and he's playing within the system. He's playing within the game. He's playing within himself. See, people want to criticize him because he's playing within what his coaches are asking of him. He's not making everything about him. That's the problem with some quarterbacks. They personalize everything and they make certain plays, they make certain games about them. Oh, they need to go out here and prove this. Jalen Hurts has been doubted all his life, and not once has he ever made a game, a drive, or a play about him. And that's what separates him from a lot of people. He's going to do everything it takes to win, no matter how it looks. He doesn't care about his numbers. He doesn't care about MVP. He doesn't care about being the best. He cares about being the best in his situation. He cares about leading. He cares about leading these men. You dig what I'm saying? Like the storyline surrounding him is storybook. I'm telling you guys right now, if the Eagles find a way to win the Super Bowl, if the rest of the league got to come through Philly for the playoffs, which I think they will, if they got to come through Philly for the rest of the playoffs, they're not going to be able to do it. It's a gauntlet. It's going to be too much. This team is too good, and Jalen Hurts is playing at an MVP level, not a Pro Bowl level. He's playing at an MVP level. And in my mind, if he's playing at an MVP level, if he's in the MVP conversation with Patrick Mahomes, wouldn't that make him all pro level as well?
Yes.
Well, I mean, am I off in that, right? And they're probably going to give the all pros to Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen or somebody or Joe Burrow.
Like why even the argument with Patrick Mahomes, I don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
3 picks last game.
Yeah, he did have rough.
All season.
I think the best thing about Jalen right now is, like, obviously, like you guys said, he is, making the people around him better, but he's just allowing people to be who they are. Like, I think that you see a lot of plays and a lot of throws that some quarterbacks wouldn't make, because they want to keep their pretty, interception ratio or whatever. I think there's a lot of throws that I see that aren't necessarily give me's. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he made a great throw to Devontae Smith. There's been a lot of times where I feel like he just throws it up to AJ Brown because he has confidence in him. And some people can look at that as a risk, but I look at that as him just allowing his players to be who they are. AJ Brown is a big guy with big hands. That's a big target, and he's going to let his guy go up there and get it.
Is he a top 5 decision maker in the NFL? Sorry, Kesha, but I want to ask you this because I'm really curious.
Right?
Is he a top 5 decision maker in this NFL?
He has only 3 interceptions. It's hard to say he's not, right? Like, I mean, it comes. It's like he's either getting very lucky or he knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So,
why is he top 5? Number 1. He has the number 1 quarterback rating, guys.
He has to be.
He's top 5 in yards. I mean, top 10 in yards. Number 1 quarterback rating. Number 1. What? Throw it in the pocket. Let's go. Where's he at? Jalen Hurts first. Come on. He is literally destroying the game right now. No one wants to give him respect. Patty Mahomes has been in the league, starting quarterback for a long time. He's already earned his bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, and he had Tyreek and, Travis, who were the best at their positions, period. Tyreek Hill was one of the best receivers, and Travis Kelce's still the best tight end out there, and I love Goddard, but, that fool's a beast. And he had those weapons around him too that helped them win these championships, right? And then now all of a sudden they lose one, and they act like Juju Smith-Schuster they picked up in Lazard. They weren't good players. They were good players. Juju been in the Pro Bowl before. Like, he's a good player, especially when you got a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. And I'm not doubting the fact that he's 800, 1,000 yards more passing yards than Jalen Hurts right now. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there. But he threw the ball like over 100 more times than Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball. And Jalen Hurts is going on pace for 1,000 yards rushing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your rushing yards, my guy? When you can control the game, like you heard Kelsey talking about it. He makes the job easier for the linemen, the freaking receivers, the running backs, the quarterback, the coach. Everybody on the field, just because his skill set makes the team better as a whole. The defense gets puffed up from this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just a born leader. And it's like, to me, that's different. You can have the most passing yards, but if you're not, yes, you're number 1 in yards, but you're like 5 and points scored or touchdown thrown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're mixed throughout the situation. That's different, compared to like a guy that has head and shoulders number 1 in like all these different stats. and yeah, he might be some yards less because he doesn't throw the ball.
You know what pissed me off the most? It pisses me off when people see. I like to compare Jalen Hurts to one quarterback, really. Not even Mahomes, not even Burrow. There's one quarterback that I like to compare him to because people like to pretend this one quarterback walks on water, and that's Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert, he throws the ball a lot, right? He has 561 attempts compared to Jalen Hurts' 388 attempts, right? And people love to say, well, Justin Herbert, he has this magical arm, and he throws, he's a pure pocket quarterback, and so on and so forth. Okay, whatever. But just because you throw the ball a lot doesn't make you better. Like people like to equate your attempts and your yards to your actual. I got more respect for a guy that does more with less opportunities, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's AJ. Remember?
Just because you throw the ball a lot, doesn't make you a better product or a better quarterback or even a winner. See, like at the end of the day, no matter how you want to slice it, no matter who you think is the better quarterback, what do the results tell you? Jalen Hurts' play equates to winning. Justin Herbert's play equates to a 500 record. Now, look, they've dealt with injuries in LA. I'm not going to pretend like they haven't. Obviously, his head coach is a dunce. It's some things going on over there that I'm like, damn. But he's supposed to be this football virtuoso, this god, and he's supposed to be the guy that elevates other guys and so on and so forth. But all I kept hearing was what he doesn't have. Oh, he needs this. Wait till he get Keenan Allen back. Wait till he get Mike Williams back. Then he's going to be that guy. But y'all was just saying he was the guy. Y'all was saying he was the guy. And let's be real. Jalen Hurts showed you what his floor was last year before A.J. Brown got there. Before that defense got stacked, he showed you what his floor was. And that's a 9-8 playoff team. Justin Herbert couldn't. And the AFC has some tougher opponents. Okay, however you want to slice it, whatever. They all playing football at the end of the day. Justin Herbert hasn't had a playoff berth not one time. I don't understand. Jalen Hurts has last year. He didn't really have much but Devontae Smith and Goddard, and it's those are they're not slouches. I don't want to get that. I don't want to make that sound like that. But AJ Brown was kind of like that key to unlock the offense, really. I just hate how people always say, "Oh man, a lot. Jalen Hurts he ain't got no excuses now. He got this weapons. Let's see what he do." And he's doing something with it. Oh no, it ain't him. What the hell? Y'all can't have it both ways, kid. Make it make sense. Is either he balling or he not? Is it like he's throwing the ball, he's executing the system? Okay, all right, but the system doesn't get you to 12-1. The system gives you the blueprint. The system tells you how it should be executed. The system doesn't execute. The system isn't catching the ball. The system isn't throwing the ball. The system isn't bending the corner, getting the sacks. The system is telling you, okay, this is how we want to do this. Now, can you do it? Jalen Hurts is doing it, executing at a high level in the MVP conversation. Kill the noise. And look, I got a lot of respect for Michael Parsons, like you said, Castro. A lot of respect, a lot of love for him, a lot of love. But my brother, focus on the big cats down under in Jacksonville. Slow down.
They're probably gonna take
it's okay.
that. They're probably gonna lose that game. I like Jaguars this week.
I like the Jaguars this week too. I've been telling. I said if they lose this game, that Christmas Eve game is damn near obsolete.
Yeah, that's the bad part. I think they're looking too far ahead. I will say with Jalen though, I think that I love that we have AJ Brown and I love what this offense is doing, but I never thought that this offense was the problem. Last year, our problem was our defense, and our defense is like literally and I'm not trying to say this to take anything away from Jalen Hurts. I think that we could have put out the same offense that we did last year, and we'd probably be doing the damn same thing. Just because Jalen did take a step, he knows where the ball's supposed to go, and that defense is playing lights out. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see him get the MVP. That would be awesome. I really don't care. At this point, I like when people don't give him what he deserves because
same.
I just love seeing him on the sideline so upset when we're up 21-0. Like it makes me so happy that we have a quarterback that's not satisfied. Like he's never going to just be like, all right, we made it, we're here. Like, nah, he's probably gonna go win a Super Bowl and talk about next year. Like, and that's the type of guy we want. So at the end of the day, if he wins that, I'm cool with it. I don't even want to look at the other teams because at the end of the day, things can change so quickly in the NFL. I think we are a testament to that. I think that things can happen just like that in the offseason and you become a number one team. So I want to see these playoffs, man. I'm so ready for this season to be over with. Like, if there wasn't fantasy football playoffs right now, like, I would have no investment in the NFL right now. Like, I even said this to James when we do Best of Enemies all the time. We don't care about these guys. Like, I don't care if we win 15 games, 16 games, 17. I want to get to the playoffs. We proved who we are in the regular season. I'm ready to get to the playoffs. Like, let's get there and let's play. Like, and people will tell me, well, this team can knock you off that team. I would love to see it. Let's go. Let's strap up. Let's get this going. Let's strap our bootstraps up and play some football because I'm ready. I'm so tired of all the talking. I'm so tired of it.
Hey, Castro, you want to hear something crazy? Thursday, July 21st, BG, One Trey Rock, and myself, we did a live stream. And we went through the whole schedule. And we all we went game by game and gave our predictions. Game by game. And I kept track of everything. Got it all right here. Got it all right here. One Trey Rock said, I got the Eagles going 13-4. I'm like, okay, that's plausible. But, I wanted to dial it back just a bit. I said, okay, I think this team can go 12-5. I was trying to be modest because I'm trying to account for the quarterback going through some growing pains still.
I said 14-3.
Trying to be modest. You said 14. Okay, you said 14-3.
James, yep.
One Trey Rock said 13-4. I said 12-5. Again, I'm accounting for coaches still growing, so on and so forth. I'm accounting for some different things, right? So, nonetheless, I said 12-5. One Trey Rock said 13-4. You said 14-3. BG, Bird Gang, motherfucking 31.
He said 18-0.
This man said 15-2. And Lord have mercy, it's starting to look that way because I expect them to rest some guys in that final game. It's looking like that, BG.
But I told you,
are you Miss Cleo? Like, are you Miss Cleo? Are you a savant? Are you what's crystal ball? Let me know. I need some lottery numbers, man.
Draft, for real. If you really looked at it, you got to look at the whole geographics of the rest of the league. People were losing players. Different teams were looking different. I was like, our team was already good. Like, there were just a lot of young players that needed to get better. You know what I'm saying? They needed that time to grow. And they're coming to the same system back to back. That was going to give everybody advantage. You know what I'm saying? But, I just knew Jalen Hurts was going to do the work. We started seeing it early in the offseason. He was doing the work. I'm like, sitting back like, this dude is really doing the work. Like, he's going to come back and be something special. People forget, I know it's just fantasy football player of the year, but that means you scored a lot of points. I mean, you did some damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, a Pro Bowl alternate, you did some damage your first year. And to have the continuity, you seeing him out there. He's calling audibles like Peyton Manning nowadays. And they're scoring touchdowns off of him. He's not just calling an audible and he came into the press conference like, I seen something, I tried something different. It didn't work out that way. He's calling an audible, scoring touchdowns. Like, the IQ level doesn't get any higher than that, man. Peyton Manning is my favorite quarterback of all time because he was the first one to really start doing that. And he hangs out with the Mannings. He went to the Brady's coaches and stuff like that. This dude was out there like a crackhead. Look at who gonna help me. You can help me. You can help me. You can help me. I need to speak. He called me a head. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, I will not come back and fail. Period.
But let me ask you a question because I was talking about James and talking about record predictions. I said on that show and it freaked him out. I don't know if y'all watch Best of Enemies. He freaks out whenever I say anything at this point. But it is what it is. But no, I said, and I want to know what you guys think because maybe I was just being a hater or whatever. If it comes down to, like you said, Tone, if the Cowboys lose this week, we win this week, it might not matter anymore, especially if the Vikings lose another game as well. So it might not matter. If you get to the Cowboys game and that game does not matter for seeding, I know that there's 3 more games, right? If you get to that game and it does not matter for seeding, am I crazy for thinking go play a half, take them boys out, get on to the next week?
That's the ultimate disrespect.
It is, but my whole mentality right now is I don't care about how many games we win. We as Eagles fans have seen so many devastating injuries. And if something happens, knock on wood, in the second half of a game that we didn't need, I'm going to lose my ish. So my question is, do you think it makes sense to go out there? I'm not saying totally sit them, bench them, because I do want to kind of keep them game ready, keep them loose, I guess. Right. But I mean, is it crazy to think, listen, if we go to Dallas and this doesn't matter, let's just get the heck out of here, go enjoy your time with your family and get ready for the playoffs? Like, is that crazy to think that we would do something?
They both lose and we locked up this week. We locked up the number 1 seed. And now we're going to Dallas. No, Dallas, I still want to blow them out. I want to embarrass them bad. Like I want to put a 50 burger up on them, because I feel like we destroyed them last time. Like even though whatever, we're way better than these guys. I just want to go embarrass them just for talking smack, And then after that, I actually said on one of my last podcasts that that's what I want them to do the rest of the time. Let's have the starters go a half. That's it. Because you can't sit them out too many games. Because you don't want them rusty, but yeah, just a half. Let them go chill out a half.
I don't want to see
and get them out the game.
People say I'm crazy. I don't think that's crazy. Birdman been disagreeing with everything I say, but no, I don't think that's crazy.
Our backups are good enough to win some of those football games.
Exactly, that's my thing too.
Giants again,
I'm torn on that, Joe.
Put up a couple touchdowns real fast. Go sit down. Let these guys go finish.
I'm torn, fellas.
I do not care about the regular season anymore. I'm at that point right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm at that point right now that if we win this game, and as long as we got the first one, I really don't care. I am so good on this season. Like, things have been happening so crazy. Like, I know you guys play fantasy football. The injuries.
I'm in the playoffs right now. I got a bye week, so I'm doing all right.
I got one bye week. The other one I am playing this week, but it is what it. But the injuries that have happened this year, the things that we've seen. I'm good. And then going to Dallas, that game is going to mean so much to them. So much to them. So I'm not trying to go out there and be like, oh, this game doesn't matter, but let's go 1,000% just so we can say we beat the Cowboys. And realistically, we're probably going to have to see them in the playoffs. So I don't know. That second matchup to me just really doesn't mean anything. It's not even just
beat the Cowboys, though, Joe. It's about not only did we sweep them in this season of magic, in this season of glory, like the best Eagles team we've ever seen in our lives. We sweep the Cowboys in that division, won a division championship in the best division in football the year that we did it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing when our division sucks and you won a division. Good job for you with your 8 wins or your 8 and 9 wins or whatever. This is the best division of football right now. And the Cowboys talk a lot of stuff. They're one of the best teams in football, regardless of how much we hate them. They are, and to sweep them, and be like, shut up, young buck.
It really doesn't mean much to me anymore. Like,
look, man,
I really don't care. I think that the Eagles are built to be great for a long time. And I think that the Dallas Cowboys are not. I still and I said this before the season started, and I still feel like this. I don't think Dak Prescott gets another contract with the Cowboys. So I don't know if we're going to see this Cowboys team for that much longer. Maybe another year, because I know after, not this year, but next year, his contract is, that's when they got to, re him up. I don't think they will. I really don't. Especially if they don't win a championship this year. It has been said plenty of times. Look, people want to, Cowboys fans want to be hype about Mike McCarthy right now. They have said it plenty of times prior to this season that if Mike McCarthy can't do something in the playoffs, he's gone. If you lose your coach, I don't care how we feel about him. If you think he's good, if you think he's terrible, there's going to be a shift. Things are going to change. So if that happens, the Dallas Cowboys might not be a problem for very long. And it might be them imploding on themselves. They're the new GM, his son or whatever. He is the cheapest person in the world. Like, realistically, I think Cowboys not only are freaking out because we're so good, but because this could be their last shot with the team that they know.
It's a fact. They know that. Yeah, like this is the last hurrah.
OBJ. I'm sorry, but you even look at OBJ, right? They didn't want to put a good investment in him. What did they do? They bad talked him. You look at Bobby Wagner prior to the season. They offered him like $20 and a Wawa's card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that has happened with this Cowboys team, I know a lot of people are putting it under the rug because they are winning at the end of the day. But I don't know if I'm a Cowboys fan, which thank God I'm not. But if I was a Cowboys fan, I'd be a little bit nervous about the future of my team. Whereas with the Eagles, I mean, we sitting with some money. We got a top 5 pick right now. Like, it feels all right now. I think as Eagles fans, we feeling good.
Hey, you know what's so funny? Y'all brought your cash. You know what's so funny about what you're saying, man? About how they're really nervous internally. Like it speaks volumes on just who they are. It's a reflection of who they really are, right? The Dallas Cowboys are truly window dressing. Window dressing. they are truly window dressing, right? Just think about the stadium and how much they invest in the uniforms and the Dallas Cow cheer girls, and they do so much, and like the media attention they get, they do so much to be seen. They want everything to look good and pristine, and they care so much about the image and the star and all that kind of nonsense. But in reality, they made a silly putty. They internally, they're not sound. They don't have a strong foundation. They're not built the right way internally from a top down perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why, and I don't want to keep beating the Michael Parsons dead horse. I kind of want to transition from that because there's so much more to talk about with this team. Oh, yeah. But it's just like I said, it's all a reflection of who they are, who they've been. It's a reason you haven't won since Jimmy Johnson. It's a reason why you haven't been successful. It's a reason why you haven't been able to build a championship team since then, because you don't know how to keep your head down and focus on the grind. And that's the difference with being a Philadelphia Eagles fan. You understand the grind. You understand you understand the pain. You understand the blood, sweat, and tears that go into winning. You know what I'm saying? You understand what it's like to starve. You know what it's like to be thirsty. You dig what I'm saying? And they don't know what that's like when you've been handed so much. Just think about a trust fund baby. When you've been given everything, you don't know what to do when you have nothing. The Eagles had nothing. Now we got something. And now at this point, listen, man, the Dallas Cowboys, it's about to be a rude awakening for these guys, man. And look, at the end of the day, they're going to continue to talk. They're going to continue to be Cowboys. That's what Cowboys do. They just continue to shoot their guns in the air. Yeehaw, they're going to do all that, right? But at the end of the day, man, game recognized game. They're a good team. They're a solid team. And to your question earlier, Castro, about the whole sitting guys in that Dallas Cowboys game, if it doesn't matter, I got to play my guys because I need to let them know what's up. I need to let them know what it is. And also, I got a question for you guys. And then I'll settle in and let y'all respond. If the Philadelphia Eagles find a way to win it all, if they do it, will this go down as being an all-time Philadelphia Eagles team? Will they go down as being one of the greatest Philadelphia Eagles teams of all time?
I think the track we're on right now, Tone, for real, will go down as being the all-time greatest team. Period. Like I said,
what are some of the greatest teams?
Offense or dominating
85.
defense?
I mean, Tom Thayer, legendary offensive lineman. Tom Thayer recently was saying, he said, "Look, I'm telling you right now, they are." He played on the 85 Bears. He was a starting guard for the 85 Bears. He knows what it takes to win. He's been there. He said, "Yo, I'm telling you, this Philadelphia Eagles team. I don't care what nobody say about doing with their quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, he gonna win something." And honestly, this team, the way they're built, the way they're winning, I'm looking at all the different statistical categories and I'm comparing it to how we used to do things. They remind me of the 85 Bears. And when he said that, I was like, whoa. But hey, man, listen, man. When the legends speak, you got to just listen. You got to listen, man. This Eagles team something's brewing, and Jalen Hurts he embodies this. He is perfect. I've never seen a quarterback that's so perfect for a situation in my life.
Yeah.
I think if you look at some of the greatest teams, I can't think of a team that is as well rounded as the Philadelphia Eagles are. Like, Bingo. I think that we have one of the best, I think the best offense right now, scoring wise at the very least, in the offense or in the league. And then you also have a top 2, top 3 defense in the league. So I can't really think of any other team that's been that well rounded. Like, you look at a lot of these teams, they've had great defenses or the greatest show on turf or whatever it may be. But I can't remember the last time that there's just been such a dominant team on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, it's a fair question. I think it could be one of the best teams to go down in history, but obviously they got to finish it, right? Nobody's going to talk about the second place team. So they got to finish it off. They got to go out there and win it all. I don't want to be the Patriots when they went 18-1. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to win it all, and nothing about the regular season really. It was cool, it was nice, and it adds to the story, right? Like the 2017 year, I think the real story was the playoffs and how we dominated through the playoffs, but everything that happened through that season just added to the story. So I'm kind of looking at it like that. Right now, this is a beautiful story, but once we get to the playoffs, we have to finish the story right. You know what I mean?
What do you feel about that, though, Castro? Do you believe, because it's our job, to pump them up. I feel like, it's my job to pump all the fans up, get them all hyped because this team is that great, But you see our players, they're not even on that level. Like some of them have fun with it, yes, but they're not even on that level. They're one game at a time. They're not trying to overlook nobody. They understood what happened in Washington. It was sad I went to that game and we lost, but they understood what happened there. They understood they was looking too far ahead. They were worried about that undefeated thing that everybody was talking about, and it actually got to them as a football team. And they bounced back from it. We've seen some
I'm glad they lost.
Good football games the last 3 football games. You know what I'm saying? Like elite level football games from a team that looks elite out there. Do you think that these guys are mentally strong enough to continue it through the playoffs? Or do you think like how that 18-1, 18-0, 17-0 thing got to them a little bit in Washington, that maybe, if they get to that NFC championship or that Super Bowl, they might,
I think this team has shown how mentally strong, especially, we go back to Jalen Hurts. He's the leader of this. I think this team has shown that they're not satisfied with where they are yet. Like, I think that they know they want to win a championship. And I think they know just as much as every Eagles fan knows, and probably Howie Roseman knows, that this team might not be the same next year. It's going to be very hard to bring all these guys back. So this is probably their best chance as a group to go ahead and get this done. So I think that they are. And I think that when you look at the veteran leadership that we have, whether it's on the offensive side or the defensive side, not even accounting for Jalen Hurts, but you look at guys like Hassan Reddick, you look at offensively guys like, Jason Kelsey, you look at guys like AJ Brown, guys that have been, able to kind of be voice and vocal parts for this team. You never hear Jalen Hurts saying I'm an MVP, but you hear everybody else say that he's MVP. And I think that's what's going to help us get through. I think that the rest of this team, even stuff that you see with like Jordan Mailata, just having his quarterbacks back, like little stuff like that, I think is going to be huge things when it comes to the playoffs, because we're not going to just give up. I don't think anybody's looking at one person and saying you're the one that has to win this for us. I think that everybody has their role, everybody has their job, and as long as they do that, I don't really see how teams can beat us. Like I really don't. I know they were probably saying this when they were going 18-1, but I really don't. If there's been a game plan to beat the Philadelphia Eagles right now, to me, it feels like it's letting them beat themselves. Like that's the only way you can really I think it's not taking away anything from Washington, but I think about
how much had to go wrong, Castro. Think about how much had to go wrong.
Exactly, like that.
They still could have won.
They won that game. They executed when it mattered. Congrats to the Washington, whatever they are right now. But at the end of the day, you look at that was probably that was our worst game. Like our just between penalties, just not executing plays,
turnovers.
We were all over the place. It just was not who we were. It was
3 fumbles in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. That's just not who we are. So I mean, it takes us not being us to go out there and lose. So it's hard for me to not be excited about this team and not feel like they're going to continue this trend come playoff time, to be honest.
How about you, Tom?
Man, I'll say this. They 12-1 for a reason.
Facts.
They put that work in. And the cohesion, the chemistry, it's real. It's real. And like I said, you see this team taking on Jalen Hurts' identity, and that goes a long way. It's a top-down approach. If Jalen Hurts was shaky, this team would be shaky, but he's not. You look in this man's eyes, and all you see is you see pain. You see like you see him wanting. He has a quote that shook me to my core. He said, "I'll wear my scars everywhere I go." When he said that's some gladiator shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, like that's some 300. That's some 300 vibes. You know what I'm saying? This is Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a spectacular leader. And people always say, "Oh, he doesn't have the arm like Herbert, doesn't have an arm like this guy, that guy." The guy with the strongest arm doesn't win championships. Jay Cutler had the strongest arm in the NFL for a long time. Has he won anything ever? So it's like Jalen Hurts has the goods. He has the secret stuff. He has what it takes to win a championship. He's built for the playoffs. And I'm really excited to see how they put it together. I know we have the Bears this weekend, and I know it's not really much to talk about with those guys. I get it, but I don't want to be Dallas and look past them.
Facts.
At the end of the day, we got to go to Chicago. They're not coming here. We got to go there. And Justin Fields is playing his version of the best football right now. And I understand Justin Fields is still trying to figure it out, but he's still very dangerous. You don't want to rest on your laurels and all of a sudden he keep gashing you on third down, you can't get them off the field. You know what I'm saying? You don't want this game to extend past the second quarter. I expect the game to get out of hand early. And what I mean by this, I expect the Philadelphia Eagles to just be dominating the game for the most part. But that's what makes Jalen Hurts so special. He doesn't enter any game playing down to the competition. What game can you say at all the Philadelphia Eagles played down to the competition? I can't think of not one single game.
Outside of Washington, that's really it.
Yeah, outside of Washington. And then they had that, and then they were trying to bounce back in that Colts game because, they got shell-shocked a little bit. And they responded. They won the game. And then the way Jalen Hurts won that game allowed them to go into that Green Bay game and do what they did. Defense was a little shaky that day. They gave up some points, but that game should have been over a lot sooner than what it was. But Jalen Hurts, his approach, what he does for this team is he provides accountability. And I noticed on Cowboys Twitter, they have all these different variables about their team. The Philadelphia, the Dallas Cowboys, when they sleep on an opponent or when they don't see an opponent as a threat, they play down to that competition. And when the media talks up an opponent, then they show up. Why does all that got to happen for y'all to be successful?
Right.
Well, why do all these external factors have to align for you guys to be successful? It's just so much with that organization, with that team that just rubs me the wrong way. I hate their approach to life. I hate their moral compass. You know what I'm saying? I hate what they value. You know what I'm saying? I can't get behind nothing they do ever. You know what I'm saying? Now I will always recognize games, say they're a good team, but look, at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is that guy. He's that guy, man. And this goes beyond me just being a fan of the team. I'm watching football. I'm watching him compete. I'm watching him elevate. I'm watching him make plays. He was so surgical in the New York Giants game. So surgical. He was nickel and dime going down the field. Third down conversion after third down conversion after third down conversion. Like him checking to that deep ball to Devontae Smith said a lot to me about what he saw and his mental fortitude. Like he said, hold on, wait, 4th and 7 ain't about nothing. I trust him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's huge. That is so huge. Jalen Hurts. I think we talked about this before the season started, y'all. A confident Jalen Hurts is a dangerous Jalen Hurts. He's confident now. He trusts what he's seeing. He trusts his guys gonna get open. That's a big deal. Dak Prescott has 9 interceptions in the past 8 games, or what is it? 8 interceptions in the past 7. I don't know what the number is.
People are sleeping out under the rug too.
But he hasn't been. He's been the weakest link. You can make an argument. He's been the weakest link, and I expect that to continue. I don't think, if I'm being honest with you, nobody want to talk about this either. I don't think that hand all right. I don't think that hand is fully, you know what I mean? But nobody want to talk about that though. They want to just, say, hey, guys are dropping the ball and it's bouncing off their hands and so on and so forth. And, they not doing their jobs and all that kind of stuff. No. Something not right with Dak Prescott. And if I'm not mistaken, is he smelling Jalen Hurts? Is Jalen Hurts breathing down his neck and he just see it? Like what's the vibes in Dallas right now? You know what I'm saying? Like the city, listen, a lot is coming. A storm is coming. I'm getting y'all fired up. I know. I see Castro smile. A storm is coming.
Hurts,
it's gonna be exciting though. It's gonna be exciting. And at the end of the day, man, I trust this team to do their job, especially if they get home field advantage, man. Nobody want that smoke.
And the
If they
scary
can
thing
hold field,
about it
nobody
is,
want that smoke.
look,
I'm
we're
telling you,
talking
rap.
about
I mean
Jalen
that.
Hurts being lead candidate in MVP, and he hasn't even peaked out yet. You know, he's in his second year. He hasn't peaked out. He's gotten better. You know, every year he's been in, from when he wasn't playing to when he played. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the last 2 years started. It's like, come on now. This dude is not even like reached his full potential, and he's already dominating the way he is. If he gets to another level, we're gonna say he might be the best quarterback ever. You know, best football player ever. You know, if that process continues to grow, the course is on right now. You know, the best football player ever, the best quarterback, MVP for multiple years, Super Bowl champion. How are you going to stop him? Because that's what it is. We sit back, we ask teams, what do you want to do to stop us? And we're going to do the opposite. And no one else has more than one way to stop us. So it's like, it is not only because of scheme, it's because the actual players on the team. When all your starters on both sides of the football are freaking Pro Bowlers and all pros, and then you got a defensive line that's 6 men deep. You know what I'm saying? Those are 6 defensive tackles to start on any football team in the NFL. You know, all 6 of them. You know, like that's rare stuff. 2 cornerbacks that are both starters that are shutting down best 2 corners in the league. You know, can't wait and we're getting healthy at the right time too. We're getting Goddard back. We're getting, Charlie's gonna be back for the playoffs. We're getting some other guys back for this playoff run. So it's just this team's gonna be dangerous for a long, long time, man. Like, and Jalen Hurts, man, he's just gonna be the man from here on out. Like, I really put my money on him every single year from the rest of his career, unless some major, tragic thing happen, which we're not even gonna say, it's gonna be hard because this guy, he's elevated to another level. And like I said, there's levels to this. Like you say, our team is built different. We have a different mindset. We have a different mentality. We got real dogs on our team. They're hungry. All those older guys, the Sues, the Joseph, and I even think Robert Quinn's going to be kind of like the long thing, where in the season he really didn't do much, but let him get healthy, let him go ahead and get healed up for the playoffs. I promise you he's going to make that playoff push. Because veterans, when they get in the playoffs, they light it up. That's
being
the time.
able to have Robert Quinn in
Full
the
game.
tuck
I can do full game.
Really think having Robert Quinn in the tuck. That's a hell of a flex. He just
what's funny is I forget who put this up, but I forget who it was. But apparently the third leading guy in pressures for the defense for the Chicago Bears defense is Robert Quinn. Still to this moment. So looking at the Chicago Bears team, I think that defensively for us, this could be a very good test. Obviously, going against the quarterback, we might not see a guy like him in the playoffs, but it's good to know what you do against mobile guys like that. But offensively, we should throttle them. I mean, like we should. It should be a field day. It should be a lot of fun for Jalen Hurts because if you have to do an over under on him having to scramble, I don't see it being that necessary. Like the Bears, I think Jaquan Brisker is their leading sack, totals guy, and he's got 3, and he's their safety. They don't have a good pass rush, so this is gonna be a fun game. I'm excited.
And whenever we only have one star to stop, we always dominate. Like I said, even if you have 2 stars, like there hasn't really been a star all season, no matter what position they played at, dominate against us. Not one. That's when your team's real. You can talk as much as you want about the schedule, but when you got guys that are doing on a week in out, game in out basis, like a Parsons, Parsons did nothing against us. Henry did nothing against us. Saquon did nothing against us. Dalvin Cook or Jefferson did nothing against us. Like, we dominate the good players. It's the only time you really see big stats, that starts to come up. And really lately, we haven't been giving up nothing at all. But whenever it is, it's always somebody that you don't know, some nobody that's on the team, some 3rd string receiver, 4th string receiver, or a backup tight end that came in that we weren't even looking at. Oh, he scored a touchdown type situation. Like this, like you said, the only way we can lose is to beat ourselves, and that's a mental thing. And I think the way that this football team's going, I don't see it happening, man. Like, give me a score prediction. Let's try to touch on the defense side. I know we spent the whole hour on offense. We can get like 5 minutes on this defense and give some respect to this defense a little bit, and then give us a score prediction and get out of here.
Hey, Cash, you go first, my man.
Defensively, like I said, I think this is we've been amazing. I mean, Hassan Reddick is everything we thought he would be and more. Like, that man, watching him play is a lot of fun. I will say that. Watching him, I said it like prior to the offseason, prior to us getting him, I had no belief in me at all that we were going to be able to get him. I thought he was going to be way outside of our price range, and he's showing why. So I'm very happy that he's a Philadelphia Eagle. It's been a lot of fun to watch him. I think Fletcher Cox is not getting the respect that he deserves. He has played very well this year, and I think people need to say sorry for last year, because I still had his back last year. I know it was a tough year, but I think that he's proven that he's still got it in him. Brandon Graham is one of the most impressive stories, I think,
comeback player
for
of
the
the year
Eagles
easily.
in a long time, dude. Like, this is, I can't really think of a guy like him. Like, who else was a guy came on this team? A lot of people thought he was a bust for the first couple years, went through like 3 different defenses, it felt like, in 3 different years, had so many coaches, so many times that we thought he was going to, go. He still hasn't hit 10 sacks. And at the ripe age of, what is he, 33, 34 now, he might actually hit it.
Yeah.
I think he's a 1.5 away from 10. So, like, it would be insane if he actually waited till he was 34 to get that double-digit sacks, because I feel like we've been waiting for it. But you look at this whole team, TJ Edwards, there's literally a story at every single level of this defense. Young guys are at every single level of this defense. Jordan Davis to Reed Blankenship to Josiah Scott. All these guys were asked to go in. And I think that the Nakobe Dean, how am I forgetting? Literally at every position on this field, we have a young guy that maybe some of us are excited to see start, So I love what this defense is. I said it before and I'll say it again. I think that that's the real turnaround this year. I think that this defense is really, I'm not saying that they're winning all our games for us, but the fact that we have a defense that's so good at making, getting turnovers, so good at just getting the other team off the field when it matters, it's night and day from last year. As far as score prediction, I do think, like I said, I think the offense is going to dictate this game. I think our offense will dictate this game. I don't think it's going to be like part of me wants to say it's going to be like, a big scoring, but I think both teams are going to try and run the ball and slow down the clock. So I'm going to say it's going to be like 30 to, I'm going to say 30 to, I'm going to say 30 to 10. And honestly, it's really hard for me to give Justin Fields a touchdown, because I think our defense is going to dominate. I really do. I think it's going to be
that sounds crazy.
I want to see this team against a mobile quarterback, because we haven't seen it. But I like Justin Fields, and I said before this year that I thought he was a lot better than they're allowing him to be, because their head coach is kind of a dunce, like you said, with the other guy. But it is what it is. But they have no passing offense, so I'm not afraid of them at all. So you're just telling me we got to keep up with Justin Fields, and I think we will. I say 30 to 10, and honestly, I think that touchdown is like in the 4th quarter. I think we're gonna dominate them. So, but I think it'll be a slow game, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Catcher, you funny as hell, man. he said I find it hard. I don't know if they're gonna get a touchdown, but I'll give my score prediction first, then I'll touch the defense. I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning this game
30 to 10.
34-17.
I'll take that.
34-17. Because I think the Bears score in the first quarter. I think they kick a field goal in the second, and I think they score another touchdown in the 4th. I think we shut them down coming out of halftime, and that's where we just, completely just get this game out of here and pack our bags and go home. But as far as this defense goes, so yeah, lock me in for 34-17. Lock me in for that. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna use that. That's my score prediction, all universally. So, 34-17. Matter of fact, yeah, 34-17. So, me, when it comes to this defense, I think, well, let's start with the defensive line. Like you guys said, Hassan Reddick. This team is filled with guys that have been doubted before, and I think that's what permeates through this entire roster. That's the common thread between this entire roster. Everyone on every level has been doubted before, has been undervalued, underrated, was told that they was either too small, was told that it was too slow, was told that they'll never be able to play on this level, was told that they were washed up, that they were old, and everyone is helping everybody eat. This defensive line, they figured out the rotation now. They figured it out. And it takes time for you to figure out the pattern, figure out which guys work better next to other guys. I love that combination between Hassan Reddick and Fletcher Cox when they run stunts. That combination is deadly right now. But is it possible that the Philadelphia Eagles can have, at minimum, 4 guys hit double-digit sacks?
Yeah,
Let's put it in perspective.
All right there.
Hassan Reddick got 10 right now. Got 4 games left. Brandon Graham got 8.5. He gonna get 2 more. Javon Hargrave got 8.
I swear to God, he better.
Yo, BG is that kind of guy with his BG the kind of guy that his mind won't let his body or his brain will take him further than his body will. Like, and what I mean by that is like he don't know what he don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't know he's not supposed to be doing this. But Hassan Reddick got 10 sacks right now. He already in double digits, so that's 1 down. Brandon Graham 8.5. He gonna get the 10 in my humble opinion. Javon Hargrave got 8. He gonna get the 10. Josh Sweat got 7.5. He got off the bus. He is balling right now. He's somebody that I put pressure on because I love Josh Sweat. 7.5. I think he got 2.5 more in him. And then Fletcher Cox, he may be a stretch because he got 6 and he get rotated with Ndamukong Suh. But Fletcher Cox, 4 games left. If he has a big game, 2 sacks and then maybe he get a half a sack in 2 other games. Like, it's all in front of us. It's all possible. This defensive front is hitting a groove, a deadly groove. I don't know about y'all. The past few games have the edge rushers, have Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick look faster to you? Like, am I tripping? I don't know what it is. They look faster. They look like they're not second guessing. And Jonathan Gannon is dropping Hassan Reddick back in coverage less and less. We're seeing that now. I think he realized what the hell am I doing? Why am I dropping this guy back? You know, every now and again you see it as a little wrinkle because you got to throw wrinkles in there, right? And you know he hasn't gotten exposed in a long time in pass coverage, but this defensive front, this front 7, the linebackers, man, it's just everything is working hand in hand, man. Like, this defense is so well constructed, each hand washing the other, fitting like a perfect puzzle piece. I'm so excited about what this team is going to do on defensively. And let's think about this, right? In 2017, even though we won a Super Bowl, our biggest weakness on defense was what? The DBs. Mm-hmm. We was nervous. The DBs. That was our biggest fear all season. The DBs for several years. We've been afraid that, like, our DBs have been average at best, and our pass rush has bailed them out time and time again. We've been weak at linebacker, pass rush time and time again. But now everything is working in concert. Everything is working together. The DBs now, you can make an argument. The DBs are now the strength of the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like quarterbacks can't pass against us. I think we're the best team in terms of defending the pass on 3rd down, if I'm not mistaken. We are. Say what you want about Jonathan Gannon's scheme. Say what you want about, he too passive. Say what you want. And I'm not the biggest fan of how he does things. I'll admit that. I'll be the first one to say it. I'm not a big fan of how he does things. But the results, damn, what can I say? The results are there. So, look, man, this defense, and then you add Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. Come on, man. Like, these guys are going to be fresh the whole playoffs. This is scary. And I'm excited to see how this thing go, man. I'm excited, man. And I'll leave it at that, man. Eagles win 34-17 in Chicago. We take care of business, and then we go to Dallas, and you know how that's going to go.
Facts. Yeah, I think I had a 38-10, 38-10, and that's only because we're going to put – Gardner's going to get some more play time. I've been liking seeing Gardner Minshew play the last couple of games. It's been a comfy feeling. I feel like, this Eagles team's like Alabama or Georgia, hitting the back stretch, what I'm saying? They go in there for the first 3 quarters and they're sitting the guys out, letting them chill out for the rest of the game because they're that dominating, man. And with this defense, like you said, you guys hit on all the points, man. You look at these cornerbacks we got out here. Boom. They're the best duel in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? They're doing some things that, like, you don't normally see on the team. And imagine if Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was still playing, he never got hurt, how much more, awesome they would be. I think Chauncey's still leading the league in interceptions right now, and he's been hurt for games, the team's deadly, on all levels, like you said. You got Dean starting to play a little bit more now, when a couple of linebackers got banged up, and that defensive line really is where it's at. When you're talking about the edge rushers looking faster, it's because you have to focus on the middle of the defense. You have to, as a defensive coordinator, you have to. Those guys are too big, strong, and fast for you not to. Reddick and Sweat should be doing this the whole playoff, the whole rest of the year, because, like I said, it'd be something different than, like last year when it was only Fletch really, Hargrave. You had a young Milton Williams back there, coming in doing some things whenever he could. Like we got some bona fide studs there. Now you got Fletch Hargrave. Milton Williams is that much better than he was last year. I've been giving him praise. Last couple of games, he's got a couple sacks there. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Jordan Davis, who's just a monster. You have to double team him every time. And then the rest of these guys, man. Sue, Linval, Joseph, like you said, they're playing some valuable snaps. And they're putting their pressure and they're putting their own mark on it. So that's the reason why the outside linebackers and in rushers are really having their way this year, because you have to. There's no way. You can try to chip them, but that's what they're getting their stats off is. Backs trying to chip them, tight ends trying to trip them on their way out. Then you got to put a full body on these guys. When they're all Pro Bowlers like they are and studs like they are, you got to literally block each of them, and all it takes is one to beat their one-on-one, and there's too many of them. That should happen every single down in reality. You know what I'm saying? That should happen every single down. So that this defense, like I said, is only going to get better from here on out. We get Avonte Maddox just got back. You seen that guy? That looked a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? With him back, Chauncey's going to come back. Playoff time, like we're in the driver's seat. Like I told everybody, go ahead and start saving up those tickets, because those Super Bowl tickets are going to be expensive. So go ahead and save it, because you got to have money. If you don't live in Philly, to go to the Super Bowl in Arizona, lucky my mom lived there. I'll probably stay in that mom's house at night. Getting back to Philly for that parade, because that's going to happen this year. Like I said, I'm telling you, it's going to be the best team ever. Like I've been feeling this since the season started. I'm like, this team's ridiculous. Like even when I made that, remember I told you guys, I don't see no losses for real. Like there was no, like if you go paper by paper, position by position, depth, every way you want to look at it, we're better everywhere across the board. We got the depth, we got the position player. Like you might have one player that's better than our player, like linebacker. You might have Parsons, whatever. But we have Reddick, and he's just good, and he does just as good on our defense. So it doesn't really matter, how you shape it up. You think your quarterback's better? Okay, well, I doubt it, because Jalen Hurts is doing his thing on both sides. Like he controls every part of the game. And we're going to be picking our poison the whole rest of the time. There's not a really, like you said, there's no game plan to beat us. You cannot scheme up a good game plan to beat the Philadelphia Eagles unless you kept the ball the whole time. And the only way that works is if things happen like in Washington. We're giving you the ball back. We're playing sloppy football. We're not playing on top of our game. And I just don't see that happening no more the rest of the season. So, yeah, man, the Eagles are definitely going to dominate. I got 38-10. We can give our final words and get up out here. Thank you, guys. Make sure you go lock in and go subscribe to, Talking Up Sports, Tone the Shields, and the Philly Talk Podcast. You know what I'm saying? They do great Eagles content. I love you guys.
Yeah, man, BG, I appreciate you as well for reaching out as always and keeping that line of communication open and always staying the same, man. You ain't changed not one bit. Not remaining who you are, staying humble, staying hungry, and just continue to, keep that foot on the gas pedal, man. I'm proud of you. Castro, same thing with you, man. Constantly keep your foot on the gas pedal. Making strides, in our in our respective crafts, being solid dudes, taking care of home, taking care of business, putting our best foot forward, and ultimately just staying true. I respect people that stay true, that stay down, and and respect their process. At the end of the day, man, we all got our journeys, we all got our respective paths, we all lead different walks of life, and we all got various goals that we're trying to accomplish. But at the end of the day, when you're doing something positive, when you're doing something you love, and when you got family, friends, loved ones that's behind you, that's pushing you, that's rocking, man, it all just starts to flow, man. So listen, again, I appreciate y'all. The way I see it, man, this content creation thing, we are all, especially you guys, we are all key players in this thing. We all have a role in this thing. And, everybody eats, everybody can get theirs. And, most importantly, the Eagles going to the Super Bowl and they're going to bring it home. So, listen, like I said, I appreciate you guys. You got Eagles fans, first and foremost, we're going to take it one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to turn into dollars. There's nothing wrong with being confident, but we ain't going to turn into dollars, okay? We're going to take it one game at a time, one opponent at a time, and we're in good hands. We're in good hands. From the quarterback position, we're in good hands, okay? Jalen Hurts has put himself in a position where the only person that could beat Jalen Hurts is himself. I have yet to see a quarterback truly stop this young man. Truly stop him. One week he run for over 150 yards, then the next week he throw for over 380. you know, this young man is showing that he's one of the harder quarterbacks to game plan against. Don't listen to people when they say he ain't got a good arm. Don't listen to people that say, oh, it's the pieces around him. Look, everybody got a role to play. Everybody doing their job. Each one teach one, and it's a team sport for a reason. So don't let people use that narrative to try to dismantle what you're seeing. Don't let people use that narrative to try to undercut what you're feeling about your team. Your eyes aren't lying to you. These guys are in a groove. These guys are playing championship level football right now. They're only going to get better. That's the scary part. I think they can get better. I think they can get sharper. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you guys, we're going to take care of business. We're going to take care of business in Chicago. Then we're going to go to Dallas, and we're going to take care of business there because they talk too damn much.
Yes.
And we're going to show them what happens when you talk too damn much. We're going to show them what happens. Okay? And I'm wearing that. I'm standing 10 toes on that. When you talk too damn much, you get popped in the mouth. I had to learn that the hard way as a young boy. So, listen, y'all. We're going to stay humble. We're going to stay healthy. And we're going to stay hungry, you guys. Because we go as far as Jalen Hurts go. And what my man say, man, rain, sleet, or snow. Them Philly Birds, them Eagles train to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll leave it at that, man. I'm out here.
Yeah, man, he got me hype. We're gonna whoop y'all ass. But no, man, I appreciate the invite, man. I'm sorry that it's been such a long time. Life has smacked me in the face. But shameless plug, if you don't mind. I do work for Fanfield, Michael Vick's company. He's gonna launch. I
don't think I told you in person. Congratulations on that opportunity to broadcast you. I didn't get a chance to tell you in person. Congratulations on that opportunity, truly, man. That is major. That is the first step to your very long broadcast media career, my man. So continue to do your thing, bro. Like truly, like I mean that. This is just the beginning. You already rubbing shoulders with legends. So
right?
You already know.
If nobody tell you, I'm a motherfucking tell you. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing your thing, bro. Truly.
You already know, but no, yeah, everything's finally launching. You know, like me and Tony have talked about this prior, and BIRDGANG, we talked about it. So everybody knew I was working, but everything's starting to launch next week. So I'm gonna have an interview with Michael Vick coming out, everything. So definitely be on the lookout for Fanfield. If you want to go, definitely go check out my channel as well. Philly the podcast. I'm 15 away from 4K, but definitely go check out Fanfield. We've been putting on so much work, and I'm so proud and so excited to finally show everything that we've been doing. So definitely go check that out next week. Everything's really going to start taking off. And yeah, that's really all I got to say. But as far as the final word for the Birds, man, fly Eagles fly. I think Tone said everything perfectly. We are going to prove everything that we need to prove in these coming weeks. So I'm excited for some more Eagles football.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, guys. So hey, for y'all that hasn't got on board, get on board and say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't say it with our chest this year. We are that team. We got that quarterback, and we're going to live another dream, get another one of these this year. So, you know, before I get out there, I want to show you guys how much fun and how easy it is for our team when you got your own.
Go. Yeah. Go. Oh, move.
Oh, you wrong. You so wrong. You are so wrong. Oh my God, you are so wrong.
It means my guy, but he got to work on those hands for sure.
Oh my God,
you see him a lot.
Listen. You see them knees knocking? Oh my God, man, bro, his feet didn't move no more than a foot apart when he was running. Like he was shuffling.
No football growing up. For sure.
Oh my God. Man.
But hey, yeah, like it's been an honor. Like I said, I watched both of you guys, man. Both of you guys are doing great things. I love what you're doing over at Jacob Media and Tone, man. You're doing some big things over there, my guy. And like I said, fan side, you, Joe Castro, that's awesome, man. You're living the dream. Like I said, like, you know, we all started this with humble, you know, aspirations, but now you're starting to see some of that hard work starting to pay off. And I can't wait to get up there like you guys, man. I'm still new to this too as well, and I love working with you guys. And like I said, the door's always open. I love working with all the great for the Eagles, man. And like I said, hopefully we keep growing and we keep being that inspiration because we are the voice of the Eagles right now. You know, it's starting to turn over to, you know, things like YouTube and social media platforms where people are starting to get their content. So we got to make sure we stay lit when we're doing it. And that's one thing I can say about both of you guys. You guys are always lit when you guys are doing it. You got to do a great job out there. So, you know, like I said, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, this BG, Tone.
And guess what, y'all? It's all fun and games until the birds got the gun.
Bro,
I like that.
you know, and I know this ain't our show, but go ahead and end it with my favorite line. 'Cause I ain't heard
Oh
it.
man, listen, y'all.
gotta do
It's
it,
your
John.
boy
You know.
Tone. This show's the second as always. I'm here with BIRDGANG 31. Here with Joe Cash from Philly the podcast. Man, I know how we go, man. Whether we win or if we lose, we just gotta charge it to the game. Blah.
Oh,
Over.